Hey guys, it's Zoe, and if you follow me on Instagram, you'll know I got very excited about the announcement of a book called Wayward Son, which is the sequel to Carry On. I am so excited for that, oh my god. So if you don't know, Carry On is a fantasy book by Rowell, and it's really good, and I definitely highly recommend it. I love the characters and the story, and it's so good, guys. Just go read it, okay? So anyway, when she announced a new book, there was some art related to the book, and it showed Simon and Baz in these new outfits, and I figured I had to draw them. Like, I loved the first book, and I've been wanting to draw the characters for a while, and this just seemed like the perfect opportunity to finally draw them. So today I am drawing both of them. I am drawing two characters in one video. I know, it's crazy. So yeah, right now I'm drawing Baz. Before this video I had tried to draw Simon like a million times, but that kept failing, so I just decided, you know what, I'm gonna draw both of them digitally, and I'm gonna start with Baz because I don't want to get so sick of drawing Simon that I'll literally never want to draw him again. So yeah, there's your weird artist worry of the day. I had a lot of trouble drawing his eyebrows and just, like, drawing an expression for him in general. Um, I don't know, like, I wanted to try to do expressions where you could sort of understand a little bit about the personalities, which is not an easy thing to do, and I don't know if I'm completely happy with Baz's expression. I like his more than Simon's, though, to be honest. But, yeah, I tried a million times and eventually I just went with what I had. Um, But yeah, I don't know. It was like really hard for me to decide exactly what I wanted to do with the expression for Baz. Another thing I really struggled with was the line art, and honestly, I struggle with this in every digital drawing I do, but I don't know, it's just really hard for me. And, I've watched a bunch of tutorials on line art, and they all sort of say the same thing, which is to use correction or stabilizer and go really fast. And I do that, but it's still really hard. And I mean, it's probably just because I'm still kind of new at this, and it's gonna take a lot of time before I'm completely used to doing line art digitally. Because traditionally, you just like very slowly and carefully uh, go over your drawing, but digitally, it's kind of the opposite. Like, you can't be slow and careful, or else your line art will look like crap. You have to be very quick, and yeah, that's not something I'm used to. So as you can see with the face, there were many parts where I had to keep going again and again to try to get it right. And honestly, I don't know if the line art came out completely perfect, but I think it's good enough. So anyway, now I'm going into the eyes, and I usually color in the eyes first, but for some reason you'll see I delete the layer of this eye being colored, and I honestly can't remember why I do that. I guess I just got lazy and decided I'd deal with the eye later. I honestly don't remember why I decided to delete that layer. I mean, looking back, there was really nothing wrong with it. I don't know why I decided to delete that layer. What was I thinking? Well, at least I'm finishing up the face, and I'll actually go in with the eyes in a minute. I really don't know why I decided to delete that layer. There was nothing wrong with it from what I can tell, but I did. So, whatever, I guess. So as you can see, I reduced the line art for the eyes. I wanted to make it look a little bit nicer. It's still not. There are like problems with it, but it looks better than before, and it looks fine when you zoom out, so that's nice. Anyway, I'm going with the coat, which I had a lot of trouble with. I got it down eventually, but I just really wasn't sure how to approach doing Baz's coat, because I don't know, I just have a lot of trouble with coats. So, yeah, it took me like a million years to actually do the line art for Baz's coat and figure out how I wanted to do Baz's coat. As you can see, I go in with like a million different ways I could do his coat, but finally I'm just like, yeah, that's it. And so finally, after much pain and much suffering, I am going in with the coloring. And I actually did put a little bit of thought into choosing the colors for Baz's skin tone because, spoiler alert, not really. You basically know once you start reading. Baz is a vampire, and I wanted him to be noticeably paler than Simon. Um, so yeah, there's that. And you'll notice the shading looks very weird right now, but don't worry, I go back in later. But for now, I am focusing on his hair. Collection tool couldn't really fill in all of his hair, but I mean, it filled in most of it, so I just decided I'd color it in and then erase anything that's on the outside. So, yep. And I'm trying to be a little bit more detailed with my hair now, so I decided to paint strands in his hair. And I even tried to add highlights, which is something I'd really like to do someday, but I don't know why. Somehow all the highlights I've tried to do at the moment just haven't worked. So, if any of you guys have tips for hair highlights, just tell me. I just clapped and pointed at my computer. You guys cannot see me. The camera is not on me. Yet I did that. I don't know why. Anyway, I'm painting, not really painting. I painted, a rose and then I duplicated it a bunch of times because I am not painting a bunch of roses on his coat. I mean, I could, but like, I wanted to finish Baz and get to Simon, and I don't really have the patience to paint every little rose and try to make them look the same. Because if you look um, at the reference photo I was actually using, all the roses on his coat pretty much look the same. And you know what? I bet the person who did the actual art duplicated them, so ha. If they didn't, then oof. So yeah, I am finally doing my final little touches on Baz. I am coloring in his shirt. I am erasing things uh, that need to be erased. I am adding some more shading. I'm coloring in the lips. And you'll notice when you see the finished drawing that the lips look a lot smaller. And that's because I shrunk them down, because honestly, I think the lips looked too big. So I just decided, you know what, I'm gonna shrink these lips down. And I added a gradient background with a little yellow circle, and yeah, Baz. Okay guys, that's all for this video. Like and subscribe. Whoa, what's that? I'm drawing another dude. Yes, I am. I don't know why I made that joke. It doesn't really make sense since this is a surprise, but whatever. I am drawing Simon now, and Simon was pretty fun to draw because he has wings, and I don't know. I think it was fun to draw someone with wings. I'm not that great at drawing wings, but it was still fun. So yeah. So, would you look at that? I duplicated the eye, and for once I did not make a joke out of it. Biggest accomplishment in digital art thus far. Not getting distracted and making little jokes. Simon's hair is very weird. It's like wavy, but it's not completely curly. So that was kind of hard. It's like a very hard hairstyle to draw short, I think. So I guess I kind of cheated and just did it poofy. But whatever. So yeah, I am struggling to do line art again, as you can see. And I feel like Simon's line art came to me a little bit easier than Baz's, but it was still hard. I have a long way to go before I can join the line art gods, which are those people who do speed paints, and their line art is super neat, and it just, I don't know guys, it's just freaking magic. And I'm not trying to compare myself to any more advanced artists, but I do think it's really cool, how some people are just, like really skilled with this stuff, and I don't know, I just think it's really cool to watch people who have been doing this for years and can just go in there and, you know, do this amazing line art, and I don't know, I just find it cool. Anyway, oh yeah, I almost forgot I did that. Yeah, I'm. Oh my god, I completely forgot about that. Okay. Alright. Sorry, guys. Sorry that happened. I'm not even lying. I forgot that was a thing. So, yeah. Wow. Okay. But anyway, I'm gonna recover from that. So I'm finishing up the line art in his face, and I did something a little bit different with his eyes. I actually lowered the opacity of the sketch layer so I could know where to put the colors, and I think this is something I really should have done before, because it really does help, but for some reason I was too stubborn to do that before. But anyway, here I am finishing up the line art and doing his hair. So I'm finishing up the line art and doing his hair, and to add like my final finishing touch to the line art, I erased any little bits that were like hanging in places they shouldn't have been, because that makes it look neater. And again, I added strands to the hair because I think it makes it look nicer and more detailed. Um, Wavy hair was just as hard with the strands, but I did it. And again with the skin, I tried to get a color for Simon that was noticeably a little bit darker than Baz's. Um, so I didn't want to do anything too orange, which can be a little bit hard because a lot of the lighter skin tones I pick are very towards the orange on the color wheel. And I do want Simon to look like one of my old drawings from elementary school, colored with Crayolas, where everyone was like orange or yellow or brown. I feel like I made someone purple once for some reason. I don't really remember why. Maybe in my next video I will create an OC just based on my memory of my purple person drawing. But as you can see, I am coloring in Simon's jacket, which was really fun for me because before this I've never really drawn like a leather jacket before. So that was something new and I thought it was really fun to do, and I don't know, I just really enjoyed it. I gotta say, out of this entire drawing process, Simon's shirt was probably one of the easiest things because it was just pure blue, and really all I had to do was fill it in with blue and then erase some stuff. So, yeah, let's thank the world for making Simon's shirt blue. I actually tried to use the fill bucket tool for his wings, but the fill bucket tool sucks, and there were way too many blank spots, so I just filled them in. I mean, I used to use the fill bucket tool a lot, but honestly, it usually doesn't fill things in well, which is pretty ironic considering what it's made for. And I don't know, I just didn't really want to spend the time to go in and fill in every little hole, so I just filled them in. So for Simon, I did the same exact background as I did for Baz because, I wanted these two to sort of be like a mini series of drawings, and I wanted to show that the drawings were connected basically, because they are. Alright, so that's it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please subscribe. You'll get to see more speed paints like this. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!